What happens when a brand is built on hype and virality and nothing else? Well, in most cases, it turns out like Prime, which went from making $1 to $2 billion in its first 2 years, having an entire black market category of its own, where it was resold at outrageously inflated prices, to becoming one of the fastest falling brands in the entire food and drink industry, and even getting banned in several countries including New Zealand and Australia. All because its creators Logan Paul and KSI wanted to take a shortcut to success and ended up neglecting the one thing that could have maintained Prime's relevance: its quality. A decision that has caused Prime to be linked with causing anxiety, digestive issues, and even heart problems in children. How Logan and KSI were able to turn it into a status symbol among children and teens. Why its sales plummeted after just 2 years. What happened when its potentially harmful ingredients started getting exposed. And how that led to Prime getting hit with a number of massive lawsuits back to back. But you know what will stop me from suing you right now? Subscribing. So hit that subscribe button and let's get on with the video. To understand just how big Prime's launch was, it's important to remember that this wasn't just any influencer collab. It was Logan Paul and KSI, two YouTubers who had spent years as fierce rivals leading up to early 2022. They'd already faced off twice in the boxing ring, and their rivalry was what kickstarted the influencer boxing scene. So when Logan teased an announcement on January 4, 2022, fans naturally assumed that it was promoting a third and final fight between the two. However, when the day arrived, both of them shocked their audiences by embracing and then announcing that they had come together to form a business partnership.
And we're coming together,
Yes.
to announce possibly the biggest thing, the biggest business we'll ever build.
We have created our own drink company. Yes!
Ladies and
Right,
gentlemen,
ladies and gentlemen.
Prime Hydration.
The sheer unexpected nature of this announcement made the live stream go viral, allowing it to get 540,000 concurrent viewers at one point. However, there were still plenty of doubts that it could ever succeed. Prime was going to be up against some of the most iconic hydration drinks in the world like Gatorade, Powerade, and Body Armor. So, it would have to bring something unique to the table to be able to compete. And as it turned out, Prime did have something none of the others did: hype, virality, and an impressionable audience. The bottle itself looked like a giant advert for YouTube with its all-caps YouTube-style text and bright colors, specifically designed to appeal to the demographic that both Logan and KSI had built their career on, the 12 to 20-year-olds, enabling them to play to their strengths. And the results spoke for themselves, because just hours after the live stream, Logan announced on Twitter that the first drop had been sold out entirely. For the rest of January, that same pattern continued, with Logan and KSI adopting a super-misc approach to selling Prime, unveiling special limited time drops that were only available through Prime's official website, all while driving up the hype even more with consecutive Instagram posts from Logan in particular that ended up going viral. The first was this post on January 19th, where Logan could be seen feeding Prime to his friend Johnny DeJulius before he fell out of a helicopter for a base jump. The very next day, Logan also posted a video to his YouTube channel titled KSI and Logan Paul Go Undercover at Walmart, where both of them revealed that Prime had been released in 4,500 Walmart stores across the United States.
To celebrate Prime Hydration being released in 4,500 Walmarts across America,
We are undercover as Prime Hydration employees.
After successfully building hype on both YouTube and Instagram, Logan took to promoting on TikTok as well, posting a video of him being stranded on a desert island with a fake beard and orange tan. This alone ended up getting over 10 million views. KSI had his own marketing machine. Not only did he constantly feature Prime on his own channel, but it also became a regular part of his friends Mini Mina and W2S's channel, both of whom managed to get over 4.5 million views on their respective videos promoting Prime. However, as successful as these marketing stunts were, the real masterclass came in how Prime was distributed. Because while Prime already had insane demand, they didn't try to meet it right away. Instead, they kept supply intentionally tight, creating artificial scarcity, turning Prime into something that felt exclusive and not just another drink. During its online-only phase, the limited availability of Prime kept fans rushing to buy bottles immediately as they became available, and even encouraged resale at absurdly high prices that kept the hype train going, forcing even KSI to step in and ask people to stop.
Brother, my man is selling one and the current bid is 16 quid. What? This is wild. £500 for what? Two? £500 for two of the limited edition. Brother! Nah, this is stupid.
After successfully building hype on both YouTube and Instagram, Logan took to promoting on TikTok as well, posting a video of him being stranded on a desert island with a fake beard and orange tan. This alone ended up getting over 10 million views. KSI had his own marketing machine. Not only did he constantly feature Prime on his own channel, but it also became a regular part of his friends Mini Mina and W2S's channel, both of whom managed to get over 4.5 million views on their respective videos promoting Prime. However, as successful as these marketing stunts were, the real masterclass came in how Prime was distributed. Because while Prime already had insane demand, they didn't try to meet it right away. Instead, they kept supply intentionally tight, creating artificial scarcity, turning Prime into something that felt exclusive and not just another drink. During its online-only phase, the limited availability of Prime kept fans rushing to buy bottles immediately as they became available and even encouraged resale at absurdly high prices that kept the hype train going, forcing even KSI to step in and ask people to stop. Even when they shifted to selling through big retailers in the US like Walmart, Target, and GNC, the stock provided was kept intentionally low so it sold out quicker, resulting in several people not being able to find Prime in their local stores. Highlighted by this comment on one of Logan's posts that reads, "Why is it that the stores where I live in Kentucky having such a hard time getting Prime? I absolutely love it but I can't find it anywhere." The same happened when Prime was first released in the UK with big supermarkets like Asda and Alga, which led to even the mainstream news picking up on the insane buying frenzy, highlighting the insanely long queues of fans waiting to get their hands on a bottle. This also triggered the creation of an entire black market category for Prime with scalpers reselling bottles at insanely inflated prices, resulting in Logan and KSI having to work with retailers to implement strict rules for Prime shoppers, which naturally drove up demand even more. And then came the special flavors like KSI's The Nightmare and Glowberry. These flavors that were only made available on special occasions for a limited time and ended up selling out even faster than the original flavors. All these hype tactics turned Prime from just another hydration beverage to a status symbol among teens and young adults, many of whom actually decorated their own rooms with empty bottles as proud members of the Prime community. Thus, thanks to its incredible popularity in 2022, Prime was able to generate $250 million in revenue across both the US and the UK. While in 2023, they managed to top even that by generating a whopping $1.2 billion in bottle sales alone. There was no doubt that the launch had been incredibly successful. And now that Prime had gained a solid foothold in the very competitive beverage market, it was time to go all in. And that meant high-profile sponsorships. It started with Prime sponsoring football clubs like Arsenal and FC Barcelona while also recruiting stars like Erling Haaland as brand ambassadors. However, their biggest move had to be when they became the official sports drink for both the UFC and D. Even KSI got into the act, taking an RKO from Randy Orton in a segment that went viral. These big moves indicated just how confident KSI and Logan were in their brand, leading to them even establishing a contract with major bottle manufacturing brands like Refresco to satisfy the consistent demand that they were expecting for the next few years. In fact, Logan even mentioned on his Impulsive podcast that he was expecting either Pepsi or Coca-Cola to buy him out. Inshallah, things go the right way. We're headed one direction, and that direction is to become the legacy brand that will be taking a massive chunk of the market, which would bring him within touching distance of his goal to become a billionaire.
When do you guys just say fuck it and just...
The honest answer? When we both hit that B.
I'm out this bitch when I hit that B.
I'm out.
And you're gonna see it unhinged.
However, before Logan or KSI could actually savor their success, Prime stock started going down just as quickly as it came up. And it was all because of one major factor that both of them had chosen to ignore: the poor quality of the drink itself. But what's often a key factor in business downfalls is accounting, which can be solved with ODU. Massive thanks to ODO for sponsoring this video. ODU is an all-in-one management platform that provides entrepreneurs with apps for invoicing, accounting, projects, inventory, websites, and the list goes on. Their accounting app is built to take the stress out of your finances. Within the app, you can send professional invoices in a few clicks, track who is paid, and automatically follow up with late payers so you are not chasing people one by one, and you are able to focus on the bread and butter of your business, which in my case is creating more videos. Expenses are just as easy. You can simply upload invoices and ODU's AI reads the data with 98% accuracy. To fill in data, you just have to validate your bank accounts, sync for real-time tracking, and quick reconciliation instead of manual entry that drains hours from your day. You get clear dashboards and reports so you can see cash flow, profit, and how healthy your business really is. On top of that, it quietly handles compliance. It follows local tax rules, keeps every invoice stored safely, and keeps your records squeaky clean. If you work with a bookkeeper, you can give them access so everyone sees the same real-time numbers instead of emailing spreadsheets. And as your business grows, you can plug in more ODO apps with everything feeding straight into accounting. Your first ODU app is free for life with unlimited hosting and support. And you can unlock the full suite from just $190 a month. Use my link below and try ODO accounting today. With that being said, let's get back into the video. This ended up being exposed even harder once Prime started making it into the mainstream, with several high-profile celebrities like Gordon Ramsay publicly rejecting the drink.
Give it
See
a
what you
review.
think of Prime. Okay, so ooh, smells a bit high. What is that flavour you got there?
Tropical punch, it says.
Oh, Jesus.
Loosely. You've just come from the Maldives. How tropical
it's
is
like
that?
swallowing perfume. What is that?
Even some popular streamers that decided to taste it on stream gave it horrible reviews, calling out its awful, overly sugary and chemically taste. People like XQC.
I tried Prime unbiased, okay? Unbiased at all. And I hated all of them. None of them taste like the taste that it says on it. Not even close to it. It feels like it's like a non-tasting whatever with an aftertaste. And the one that's like more daring in intensity is like the green one. Dude, we almost puked in the locker room.
Aiden Ross.
I don't get paid at all from Prime. I need to be. Huh. Yeah, they don't need to pay me. This is called Sour Flare. These are the same ones. Oh, there's two. Which one do you guys want me to try? Horrible. Horrible. Dog.
Speed.
This is the new hydration Prime drink. It's supposed to be sour. Let's give it a little taste, you know what I'm saying?
And Kaiser Nat.
Prime lemonade. I'll keep it 100 with y'all. I drink lemonade almost every single day. I have pink lemonade on my desk. I am a lemonade god.
Which might have hurt Prime's popularity more than someone like Gordon Ramsay rejecting it, since their audiences were quite similar in age and interest to Prime's main audience. Meanwhile, proven sports drinks like Gatorade, Powerade, and Body Armor started making their way back up again. Another huge misstep Logan and KSI took was introducing Prime Energy as a companion to Prime Hydration in mid-2023.
Prime has now launched a new product, Prime Energy. If you want energy now, drink Prime. It's better for you.
Not only because they were forcing themselves into another saturated market dominated by massive names like Red Bull and Monster, but this new product raised even more concerns than Prime Hydration, with most of them centered around the health problems caused by its excessive caffeine content. Prime Energy, when it came out, was loaded with over 200 milligrams of caffeine. To put that into context, each can of Prime contained caffeine equal to 6 cans of Coke, nearly 2 Red Bulls, or more than 3 cups of coffee. According to doctors and pediatricians, this amount of caffeine can cause heart problems, anxiety, and digestive issues, especially in the children and teens that it was being marketed towards. This eventually resulted in an uproar from parents, teachers, and doctors calling Prime Energy out for being incredibly harmful towards their kids. It even got banned completely in New Zealand and the majority of schools in Australia. Even in the US, there were calls for the FDA to get involved and investigate the contents of the energy drink. However, what hurt Prime more than any of this was the gradual loss of the audience that put it on the map in the first place. By this point, it was pretty clear Logan and KSI's hype tactics only worked because most of their audience was made up of kids and teenagers. However, after Prime had been in stores for over 2 years, the novelty wore off. The idea of two massive influencers teaming up just wasn't as exciting anymore, especially to the Gen Z and Gen A kids who were known for hopping from one trend to the next. And so, naturally, the hype started to fade. The only thing that could have kept Prime on top after that point was its quality. And since that was severely lacking, the number of repeat customers for the brand declined rapidly. This inevitability resulted in the supply catching up to the demand, especially because of the huge manufacturing contracts Prime had signed. By mid-2024, Prime was available in all major retailers across the US and UK and displayed on most prominent shelves, but there were very few people willing to buy it. The athletes that usually brought sports drinks still preferred Gatorade or Powerade over Prime. And as a result of all those factors combining, sales in both the US and UK fell astronomically, with them dropping by 70% in the UK in 2024 compared to 2023, causing a 92% drop in profit from the previous year as well. As for the US, sales dropped by 40% by just mid-2024, leaving the Prime team with no choice but to go into strategic review mode to transition into a more sustainable long-term presence in the market. However, before they could come up with a new strategy, Prime was hit with news that would make things so much worse. Because 2024 wasn't just a rough year for Prime on store shelves, it was also a disastrous one in court. The lawsuits started piling up quick, each chipping away at the brand's image even further. It all began in August 2023 when a woman named Elizabeth Castillo filed a class action lawsuit against Prime Hydration. According to the suit, independent chemical testing found that Prime's grape flavor contained PFAs, also known as forever chemicals, which was misleading at best and a serious health concern at worst. Because when Prime Hydration first came out, it was marketed as having zero caffeine and all clean ingredients.
So between the hydration and the better for you ingredients, in our opinion, allegedly, it's a no-brainer. Prime is a better hydration option.
Down in March 2024, they allegedly backed out of their contract and even refused to participate in a final test run of the new production line, which allegedly left the manufacturing giant in a huge deficit of tens of millions of dollars, forcing them to file a lawsuit in August 2024, which is still ongoing. Prime did file a motion to dismiss all of the charges. However, except from the judge dropping one minor count, most of the major claims are still moving forward to the next stage. Prime supplier issues don't end there either, as they were hit with another lawsuit around the same time frame by Agravana for $13 million for yet another breach of contract. Agravana alleged that Prime owes them tens of millions of dollars in unpaid ingredient bills and accused them of taking deliveries, then rejecting them or refusing to pay them for no real reason. And if all of that wasn't enough, even Prime's marketing team found themselves in legal trouble. Because in July 2024, they were also hit with a suit by the US Olympic and Paralympic Committee for using several unauthorized phrases in their promotional campaigns. These included phrases like Team USA, Olympian, and Olympics, along with several other Olympic-themed trademarks. The suit was eventually settled somewhere in the millions, but the damage to Prime's reputation was worse. Logan Paul did try to do some damage control by creating a video touring Prime's production facilities, where he took viewers through their apparently thorough quality control process. But by then it was already too late. Now in 2025, because of all of the lawsuits, health concerns, and lack of quality, Prime has been pulled from several stores across the US and UK, and wherever it is still available, it's usually in the clearance rack selling for incredibly low prices. As a commenter on YouTube puts it, "It's hilarious to hear about the Prime craze when everyone wanted it and no one could find it. Now they're giving it away all. My grocery store literally has cases of the stuff selling for $1. At the end of the day, Prime was doomed to fail from the get-go because it was a brand built on hype and not innovation. It tried to cheat the fundamentals. But once the hype died down, the product itself just wasn't good enough. Even if you ignore all the chemicals and the excess caffeine that people claim it has, it just wasn't up to standards set by industry giants like Gatorade, Powerade, and Body Armor. That said, both KSI and Logan Paul likely won't be too affected by Prime's downfall, at least financially, since they've already made their millions. However, their reputation has already taken a serious hit because of it, and it will continue downward if Prime really is as harmful as people claim it to.